Alright, getting ready for match 2 with this Cultivator amulet list, doing some little bit different things. I have had a lot of people tell me to try this card. I've had a lot of situations in matchups where I've brought it in and it's been like I've had situations where it's the one card I want to draw, but then I didn't draw it. So like it's possible I just need to play with it more and I'll get those. I was trying 4 relics for a bit. I was trying sort of a strategy where I was cutting amulets and sagas against like the Grixis Shadow deck and just coming up to 4 relics. But the room in the sideboard is really it's really tight and it's hard to figure out. I'm really wanting to try the second Emrakul because I really want to cast the card to see if it actually can win me a game. So I'm going to bomb the Summoner's Pack since we have the Titan. Okay, Saga on 1 probably means Amulet. I don't think most other Saga decks Saga on 1. Like Saga on 1 pass probably means a mirror. Which this hand is not great in a mirror. Maybe I'm supposed to Saga on 1 thinking I'm in the mirror. Problem is I want to explore as well. But maybe I'm just supposed to do it in the other order. So I guess we gotta hope that our opponent's hand is somewhat clunky. Because, I mean, like, if they have a bounce land and an Azusa, they're just going to Titan us this turn. And we're not even going to be able to follow up with a Titan. So, yeah, we got to hope that their hand is missing some pieces. They're thinking. I don't know if that's a good or a bad sign for us. Probably bad. So, if our opponent has Azusa, the line they can take is they can play Bounce Land, use their 1 mana and the 2 mana off the Bounce Land to cast Azusa, play the Bounce Land 2 more times, activate the castle to play Titan, and then haste the Titan. Okay. So happy to see that we are not currently dead. Guess I don't really care about the token, and I might want to play Grazer if I draw it, or another Explorer. Would like to see a green source. It makes our turn a lot more threatening if we get a green source. Because, for example, we could haste a Titan off of a Valakut Slayers rather than Vesuva Slayers, and then like post-combat play dry. Okay, we're probably winning this game if this is all our opponent is doing. So my plan here is to haste this Titan and then explosives on 1, and I will blow the explosives in response to their bounce land triggers on their first bounce land. Sunhome does not feel like what this game is about. I don't mind losing my stuff. As long as they're not wild comboing on their turn. You know, maybe... Okay, maybe I should think about this. Am I supposed to let them have one amulet? Like, the question is, do I let them have one amulet? Like, because what's the worst thing they can do is they can, like, make a Titan and haste it, whereas otherwise we're risking Cultivator Colossus. I don't know. I guess I'll see what their sequencing is. I don't have to actually blow the explosives now because they don't have an extra land drop yet. If they try and play any sort of ramp creature, I will blow the explosives in response. Or if they play a Titan or Colossus. Colossus is definitely the scariest thing that can happen. And probably also the most likely. Yeah. So, no double amulet. But, Colossus resolves. So they don't have a land drop, so them doing something silly probably requires them, drawing Crumbling Vest. Okay, so if they have something like Amulet into Grazer, we could be in trouble. If they don't have, like, Amulet into Grazer, we're probably okay. Yeah, but what's the worst sequence here? Would be Amulet, Grazer, play a bounce land, off that bounce land, play another Amulet, then another Grazer, into a ramp creature into another threat, like a Primeval Titan or a Colossus. That's like the worst case scenario here. And if they're not doing that, well, step one. So if they go Grazer, bounce land, another Amulet, another Grazer, that's like worst case scenario. Medium case is like they go Grazer into like Dryad, but I think we can easily beat that. We basically just need them to not have another Grazer and another Amulet. But they did draw a bunch of cards, so it's very reasonable for them to have those things. Did they just not put anything in? That's odd. Okay. So in this matchup, I don't want engineered explosives, even though it did win us that game. I do want all of these things. I don't think this is a Cultivator Colossus matchup. Radiant Fountain could come out. Emrakul is kind of interesting because when you cast it, you do just win. But it's also a lot of mana. Maybe I'll just try one. Maybe I'll just try them for like the memes. Maybe just one. Cut. What? Maybe not. I like all these cards. But there's like the threat density argument. Especially with only one T-West. Kinda want to cut this Cavern. But I might miss the untapped mana. Gotta bring in the Emrakul, because if I kill them with Emrakul, it just makes good content. Amulet? Oh my gosh. This is the dream. Instant concession. Okay. Well, that's one way to beat Amulet, I suppose. Turn 0 win. They waited to concede till my upkeep, so not a turn 0 win, unfortunately. I should have paused longer on their end step, and we could have got the turn 0 win. There's a punt.